To do what you're trying to do, you have to do the opposite. Yes. Now, that may sound like some bullshit. It may. I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not. Hear me out. Anything that it is that you want to do and how you're looking at it, you have to step outside of your shoes and you have to step into another pair of shoes. You have to become. So you can want something, right? But you don't want to put the work in. Everybody. That's how human beings are lazy. It is a fact. Everybody wants something at first. And then you start to like do that shit and then you kinda like you kinda like, nah, this shit kinda beastie gang. Like now you don't want to do it. But then you stay along, and then you start to learn, and then you start to become. You start to actually put the work in. You start to actually do the things that lead to what it is that you say you want to do, right? And that's not what you wanted to do at first, right? You wanted to maybe try to half-ass it, do this and do that, but then the opposite of what you thought is what works. I'll give you an example. To my creators, all human beings. Um, I'm gonna use singing and rapping as an example, right? Now, people who sing well, but they may not write. They may not. People who sing well, but they may not rap well. People who rap well may not sing well, right? But they want to know how to do what each other does. A rapper wants to know how to sing, and a singer kind of wants to know how to rap. So you have to do the complete opposite of what it is that you're doing. Yeah, it's still music. Yeah, it's still words. It's still, but how it becomes the final product is so different than from it just be you doing the same shit. Everything is flipped. Everything, it's so crazy. To anybody, if you dating, right? You can't show somebody that you just want them so bad. That's a turn off. Like, I'm not saying don't love your person, don't let them know. You get exactly what I'm saying. I'm talking you're obsessive. You're texting, hey, every like 5 minutes. What if you want some kind of crazy shit like that? Nobody wanna be with you, bro. Nobody wanna, but that person is more, inclined to talk to the person that's so busy and in their time, they're finding windows of their time. Hey, oh yeah, just got off work. I wanted to check in, da 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 da. They're gonna beat the person who's talking to them every 5 minutes. Because it's the opposite. And it's like everything that you want in this life is the opposite of whatever you think is gonna work. They call it thinking outside of the box. And thinking outside of the box, like, I have experienced, get this ad off my screen. I have experienced uh euphoric I have experienced thinking outside the box. I have experienced times where, 5 years ago when my first journey with cannabis and alcohol, and I talked about this in another video, how you start to do things that, you're not thinking. And when you do things and you're not thinking, then you're kind of going about it how you wouldn't go about it. Because when you're sober, you're thinking, So when you're not sober, you're just doing shit. Since you're just doing shit, you're doing the opposite of what you would do. You're now saying I could dance. You're now saying, oh, I could sing. You're now saying I could cook when I'm in this state. But the reality is you could do it only if you switch your paradigm, you know? And it's just so crazy because sober is the most powerful way to do it. But because it's so weird, it's so different, and nobody talks about it, it's not something you come across until you really are trying to lock in. And when trying to lock in, that means you're doing something repeatedly over and over. I'm not explaining lock in, but I'm talking in terms that you get what I'm saying. Give you an example, working, right? You working 9 to 5. Time is equivalent to money in a workplace. So what do? They give you they give you a wage. They tell you how much you're worth for a certain amount of time, and you give them a certain amount of hours, and for that you make this amount of money. But in a global standpoint, something that you do from 9:30 to 10 a.m. might pay you for 3 months. Something that you do at 12 a.m. on a Wednesday might have you fed for 2 weeks. And it's just about what is it that you did that allowed you to live like that. It's the opposite. When you go to school, you come out, you get a job. What are you doing? You're working hourly. How much money you can make an hour? But you could surpass all of that shit. It's really crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Everything. I'm trying to think of more examples. Everything is so opposite. People you don't want to talk to, they want to keep talking to you. They're nosy. They want to be in your life, right? What do you do with people that are talking? You do the opposite. You talk less or you don't talk. They're asking you questions. They're getting personal about your life. They want to know this. They want to know this. And they're talking so much. You do the opposite. And it's just like, everything balance. I'm really like, I really do love it. And it's just like, when everything is the opposite, it really allows you to understand that if something is the opposite, that means it's what I'm not right now. So what I'm not right now, it doesn't mean that it's bad. It doesn't mean that I don't have. It means I have something that's worth. This is what I have is powerful for something else. You get what I'm saying? So I hope this is making sense. This is powerful for something else. So when I get this side, which is my opposite, now I'm stronger on what I was trying to be stronger for. But now what I already had, my initial point, I could see how I'm gifted in something else. And you could possibly still use it in how you're going about the same task. But everything is opposite, bro. This gets into psychology shit. Distancing yourself from people. Distancing yourself from people that you know, people that you love, right? When people don't see you, when people don't hear from you, it builds interest. Now people want to know what the fuck you got going on. You used to talk to them all the time, but now you don't talk to them all the time. So now they care because they haven't heard from you. Now the interest is there about what you were doing. But if you're there all the time and you're telling them what you're doing, hey, I'm doing this, hey, I'm doing this, hey, I'm doing this, when you're doing it, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because they're already like in tune with it because you tell them all the time. It's like, I give this my last one. I'm not making this a long video. You in a relationship, you start talking to somebody, right? It's beautiful, even in a relationship. Fuck all of that. In a relationship, when you don't see the person that you love, right? And you get time away from each other, when you get together, it's so beautiful, it's so fresh, it's so organic, because you haven't been body to body with each other. You get to really experience, it's like you haven't seen each other in a long time. And there was space for you to miss each other. It's opposite. Rather than you being together 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, you don't have time to miss each other. It really is. It is crazy. It is crazy because if you in love, you want to spend every day with your person, right? And I know I do. But like at the same time, there are those times where you just got to give each other that space to just be. Give each other space to miss each other. And it's like, take what I'm saying out of that. Think about your craft. Think about anything that you love to do. Whatever you love to do, me right now, music, whatever it is you love to do, bro, step the fuck away. Give it like 48 hours and you're going to see you're like, damn, I kind of miss you. You're like, damn, hold on, why I'm feeling like that? You start feeling different, and it's just like, you got to give yourself time to miss it. And I really fuck with that heavy. Everything is opposite. Everything you're trying to do, just think about it. Like anything it is, just think, what is it that I'm not doing? What is the opposite to what I'm doing? Contrast. Everything is opposite. And to me, it's just so, there's definitely points I missed. I wrote this idea down a long time ago and I'm acting on it. Please comment an example. I would love to see your perspective of something that's opposite and it fucking makes sense, because there's a million examples. And I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. Sticking with me. Love y'all. And keep going. Keep shining. Keep winning. Yeah. Should be getting up. But I'm not.
Things I say find it frustrating. Lie all the time I do.